Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kamari. Welcome and thank you for tuning into my channel, where today I will be talking about 3 things that I humbly believe are essential to succeeding in the online marketing business. Now, yes, we know there are more than 3 things. However, in my humble opinion, the 3 things that I believe are really essential: number 1, your Eulerian Destiny. I talked about this a few weeks ago. I'm going to go back into it because a lot of people have been sending me emails of what do I mean, what does it mean, or where is it from. Number 2, your skill set. What kind of skill sets do you have? How are you trained? What training do you have? And number 3, your mentor. Who is your mentor, what they are, and how they can guide you and how they're helping you. So stay tuned in, stay tapped on, stay turned on to this channel as we will be delving deeper into the 3 things that I believe are essential for you to succeed in the online marketing business. See you on the other side. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. Now, we all know to succeed in the online business, there are loads of elements that are involved, loads of things you need to know. But over the years, I've been an entrepreneur now for just a little over 5 years. And within that time, I've come to realize there are lots of things. However, there are also some essential things that are needed. Now, today I'm going to touch on 3 of those essential things. First one is your Eulerian Destiny. Second one is the skills that you need. And the third one is the mentor that you need and how to go about getting them. Now, to start with the Eulerian Destiny, now the reason I started this as number 1 on the topic was a few weeks back I gave a little, I touched on what Eulerian Destiny was. And I did get a lot of emails from people asking, oh, this is something new. I haven't heard of this before. How do you find out what is right for you? Or how do you know, how do you go about choosing your Eulerian Destiny? So rather than me having to go over it here by talking to you now, I did a presentation yesterday, and hopefully where I've broken it down to what I believe are, the things that are going to make you understand what your Eulerian Destiny is about. So sit back and enjoy. It's only a brief presentation, but I'm sure you will like it, and I'm sure it'll give you a bit more as we delve deeper into what your Eulerian Destiny is. So sit back and enjoy it. Eulerian Destiny. Now, what is the Eulerian Destiny? Basically, this is a practical method to help you find your personal niche in life without having to reinvent the wheel. Now, how do you work this out? How do you find this out? Now, if you like, imagine 4 circles. 4 circles that represent 4 different areas of your life. The first circle you're looking at is, what did you grow up around? What are the things you grew up around? What did you see growing up? Were you with your mum and dad, with your grandparents? Or did you grow up, in a city, in the suburbs? And, what did you grow up around? The next circle is, what do strangers compliment you about? Even your friends and your enemies, what do they say? This person, this man, this woman, he is good at this, really good at it. I don't like them, but at the end of the day, I must give it to them. What, they have a nice smile, or they talk well, their public speaking is fantastic. Or what do people that you don't know compliment you about? The next is, what have you been doing for the last 10 years in terms of your career? What have you been surrounded by? Have you been in the business? Have you been in finances? Have you been in a world where, it's just been like nice and quiet? Have you been teaching, nursing? What have you been doing? And the last slide is, what can you talk about non-stop on a Saturday night when you're out with your friends, or, if they wake you up in the middle of the night, you can talk about it with, pleasure, and you just love talking about it. Now, when you put all those things together, put those circles together, if you like, and let them interlock. And once they've interlocked, right smack bang in the middle, that is your Eulerian Destiny. Now, I'm currently at the moment reading a book by a gentleman called Peter Drucker. Now, who is Peter Drucker? He's an American consultant, educator, who's written a lot of books on philosophies and all that good stuff.
And mainly most of his work is around the modern business of today. And in Peter Drucker's book, he asks you to ask yourself some questions. Know yourself. What do you like doing? What are you like? Know your industry, hence the Eulerian Destiny. What is your product? Know your product, know your niche. You have to know it, have some level of expertise about it inside and out so that you can explain it and it's easier to sell. And also, how do you learn? Do you learn visually? Do you learn, are you a numbers person? Do you learn by audio? Do you learn, in other methods of learning? And finally, what do you value? What do you like? What are your values? What are your values? Now, you put all these things together and money will come. You will sell that product. You will be an expert in that niche. So that's more or less, your Eulerian Destiny, and also, which I do recommend reading the book, Peter Drucker's book, Managing Oneself, and, bring that all together, and it will help you get to grips and understand what your product's about, and you become an expert, and next thing you know, boom, you're out there and you're making all the money because you're making loads of money.
So I really hope you enjoyed that, and I hope it gives you a bit more insight into what Eulerian Destiny is about. Go back and watch it a few times if you need to. I've also added some links below which you can click on, and it will take you to a bit more in-depth topics and talks on Eulerian Destiny. So the next thing we're going to talk about, number 2, is the skills you need, your skill set, your training. Now, we know that when you're starting up a business, at some point, you have to actually say to yourself, do you know what this business is about? How much of a level of expertise do you have within understanding the niche, understanding the product, understanding the industry of this business that you're in? What type of skill set do you have in order to be able to sell your product to, the world? What is it you're pitching? What is it you're selling? We're all selling something at the end of the day as entrepreneurs, and it's just about the successful ones are who sells the most. So how can you get your products, your service, your niche out there to people? Now, one of the things which I always, encourage people to do is be honest with themselves and look at the elements of the skills that you have inside of you. Know yourself. What are you good at? What are your strengths? Are you even trained enough yet? And if not, then go and seek the training. And in talking about training, so far, in my humble opinion, one of the best training courses out there, if not the best training course out there, is the Partner with Anthony program, where you learn everything. I joined it, so I know. I went through it all, and believe you me, when you come out of the other side, you're a much better person, you're much more confident, you understand the market, you understand the industry, you understand what you're actually doing within the product and the niche and the industry you're in. I'm just going to touch on briefly on a few of the types of trainings you're going to get in the Partner with Anthony program. You learn about copywriting, you learn how to write emails, you learn how to use YouTube, how to put your videos on YouTube, you learn how to use Instagram, you learn how to talk to people confidently. But other than that, you'll also learn the inherent mindset of an entrepreneur, the journey, the way to think like a millionaire, the way to be positive in your approach, the way that when you hit a wall, or when you kind of stumble, the way to get back up again on your feet, the way to keep driving forward, the way to be confident within yourself, with what you're doing, with what you're selling, the way to talk confidently. And it's a whole load of other stuff that is involved in the Partner with Anthony program. So I urge you, better yourself, better your skill sets, better your mindset, learn. Remember, learn, earn. The more you learn, the more you earn. That's my motto, which I believe in, and I go by it every day. So learn more. And what you'll find is, and the beauty about the Partner with Anthony program, and this is one of the very rare things that happen with these training courses, is that he not only is there with you every step along the way, but he also encourages you to actually promote other products. Now, can you believe that? This man has set up a training course. He's a business partner with you. but he also encourages you that, you know what, you can go into JB Zoo, you can go into, ClickFunnels, or you can go into, Get Response, or you can go into ClickBank and all those other places, and you can get those products and use the same methodologies that he's training you and use it to promote those other products. So what you then find is that where you've grown your expertise in learning how to use the Partner with Anthony skills, the products and all the stuff that's in the Partner with Anthony products, you also can have between 5 to 10 different other products with other people that don't even, they just they just selling their stuff, and you can help sell their stuff. So you're affiliate marketing for like 5 to 10 other products based upon the skills and the knowledge that you've learned with the Partner with Anthony program. So I'm going to say this once again, and come closer. Make sure you register. For it's just the price of a cup of coffee and a donut. How could you possibly go wrong? The third and final thing which I believe that you need in order to succeed in the online marketing business is a mentor. Now, personally, I have 5 mentors, but start with one. And who or what is the best way to find a mentor is by digging around, asking around, recommendations if you can, looking at the person, looking to what they have achieved, looking to what they're doing. Now, it's important to bear in mind that your mentor does not necessarily 100% have to be in the same industry you're in. They just have to be successful at what they're doing. So research them, find out about them. Have they succeeded in this? Have they succeeded in that? You could be in the online mentoring, the online marketing business, and your mentor could be in something like, IT computer parts. But it's the knowledge they have, the type of person they are. And I'm going to give you another tip. When you speak to mentors, when you go searching for mentors, when you finally find a mentor or 2 or 3 or 10 or however many you're looking for, when you finally find a mentor, please, 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 and this is really important, never go to them with a negative outlook. Don't turn around and say, oh, I don't know what's happening today. My day's been so bad. No, they don't want to hear that. It's not a nice way to approach your mentor. It's not a nice way for you to feel. Even if you are having a problem, always turn around to them and tell them, oh, guess what? I'm having a problem. I got a bit stuck here, but I found a solution, or I think this is a solution to it. What do you think? What's your advice? If they ask you how's your business doing, turn around and say, well, business is picking up slowly. I'm really glad, but I think I could do with a bit more sales. What is your advice? No one wants to hear someone who's grumbling and mumbling and being negative. The trick here is not to be negative, not to have a negative outlook or approach when you speak to any of your mentors. But this is further down the line when you do have a mentor. I have 5 top of the range mentors that I go to when I'm, a little bit stuck, or, take them out for a meal, give a phone call, do a Zoom conference, video call. And you always open up with a positive outlook on business is great. Business is booming. The world's a better place today because of what I have offered on my impact to the world. I am struggling a little bit in this area, but this is what I think can help me do or get to the next level. What do you think? And then you find out that they're more responsive to you. So there you have it. Those are the 3 things I think are essential for you to succeed in the online marketing business. Number 1, know your Eulerian Destiny. It's really important that you know it, because that way you're not jumping about from ship to ship trying to sell product and kicking yourself every time you don't feel like you want to do that chore or that task. Number 2, your skill set. Up your skill sets. Make sure you're on point. Make sure you literally, I'm not saying be an expert, but it's important to know your product, know your industry, know what you're doing, know what's the latest trends, know the latest trainings, know the latest things that Facebook takes, for instance, and just be on top of everything that has to do within your niche, within your product, within your industry. And number 3, the mentor. Get a mentor. We all need a little help. No man's an island. No woman's an island. Everybody needs a mentor. We all need a mentor if you're going into this industry. But make sure it's someone that, is successful. Look into them. Do their research. Do research on them. Find out what they're like. And, sky's the limit. So there you have it. Those are the 3 things needed to succeed in the online marketing business. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed this presentation today. Please subscribe below, leave a message, leave a comment, click the like button and share. And with that, I wish you well on your journey. I wish you well in all you do. And I know you're going to succeed because you know why? I believe in you.